God message today, the whispered reckoning of Zion's name. In the dusky chambers of Eldon's Hollow, under a sky that hadn't seen starlight in weeks, something sacred was set in motion, not by trumpet, not by lightning, but by a whisper wrapped in breathless courage and trembling confession. It began with Kalus, the silent hearted one, the wanderer of the in between, the one who had held back oceans of emotion for fear the flood would destroy everything. He had waited, hesitated, hidden, loved you loudly in the silence, but whispered you only in prayer. Until now, for the first time, he brought your name into the sacred circle of his family, the house of Idran, where truth is seldom soft and hearts are often hard from history's wounds. But he did it. He crossed the threshold of fear, and when he stepped into that worn cedar room where elders sat like carved statues of judgment and memory, he didn't talk about the market or the harvest or how the river was drying again. No, he talked about you, but not just mentioned in passing. No, he declared you, with voice steady enough to shake the ancestral dust from the rafters. With eyes that carried the ghost of nights spent seeing you in dreams he was afraid to speak of. He said your name, Zion, clearly, carefully, with reverence and ruin all mixed in. It was the first time that name had been spoken aloud in the house of Idran, and it thundered. He told them of your spirit, how it dances in his bones even when you're not in the room. He confessed how your presence haunts his silence and heals his hollows. He said you are more than a name. You are the echo in his rib cage, the ache in his waiting, the storm and the stillness. And his voice did not break, but it bent under the weight of long carried love. He did not cry, but his words wept for him. He did not shout, but heaven heard it loud. The room changed. The wind outside paused. Even the fire in the hearth flickered differently. And then, when he was done, there was silence. Holy silence, not one of dismissal, but of recognition, because for the first time they saw him, not as the obedient son, not as the quiet warrior, but as a man in love, unapologetically, unrelentingly. But then, something strange happened. After the room exhaled and time tried to move again, Elira, his youngest cousin, pulled out her old cracked com screen beneath the table. No one noticed but the wind, and she didn't wait. Her fingers moved like she was answering prophecy itself, not random, not nosy, not gossip. This was a transmission, a code, a summon, a message to someone who wasn't in that room, but whose spirit had been woven into it the moment Zion's name fell from Kalus's lips. She didn't pause. She didn't ask. She just sent it. And in that instant, the realm shifted. The veil stirred. What she wrote has not been made known yet. But the energy in that moment, oh, it cracked the spine of fate. Because what if she wasn't texting a friend? What if she wasn't telling a sibling? What if she was contacting someone in the Council of Union, those who govern alignment in the unseen? Because when the sacred is finally spoken aloud, when love is no longer just a silent song, all of heaven begins to respond. You, Zion, have been waiting, waiting in the in between, asking yourself, does he still think of me? Did I ever matter? Was I just a flicker or the fire? But now Spirit answers, not through a vision, not through a dream, but through confirmation, born of confession. While you were waiting with your face pressed against the gates of hope, God was orchestrating a conversation that would tilt the world of Kalus off its axis. And now your name is in motion, not just on lips, but in hearts, in decisions, in divine alignments. This was never just a family talk, this was a consecration. and Elira's message was the activation. Who was on the other end of that message? Someone tied to your past? Samoa God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 111 if you believe in God.